The book of Second Peter chapter 3 verse 16, as also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable rest, as they do also the other scriptures, unto their own destruction. Okay, first and foremost, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rikaha, Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the arguments that's pushing the truth and sincerity. And Lord willing, this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And in today's lesson or topic, I just want to pretty much circle the wagon with unordained teachers that suffer from cognitive dissonance. And what I mean by that is those men who approach the teachers or men of the Lord and try to teach them, man. They try to teach them something that they have in their own, stuck in their own mindset, all right? That the Lord didn't or ordain that thought to be taught, man. You see? But ordained particular men and set up particular men in the Watergate, all right, or the Agora to what? Teach the audience of the people, man. All right. If the Lord set up teachers, then those teachers can't be taught. All right, because the Lord ordained them. Okay, He put the Spirit on them. He's dealing with them. You know, because Jake want to become this biblical scholar when he approached the congregation of the men of the Lord. I mean, here he could have been a fucking rapist, all right, adulteress, you know, in the world doing all manners of wickedness. But when he breezed by, he see in the marketplace, he see the men of the Lord actually, or the Spirit of the Lord oozing off those men. Jake want to become this spiritual Hercules all of a sudden, man. And then he want to come up there and no, let me teach y'all how y'all should be doing it. Or let me show y'all the way that things should be said, or how y'all should be representing or being ambassadors to the Lord, man. All right. And once again, these are unordained teachers, meaning the Spirit of the Lord is not working in them for to teach their word, to teach His word. All right. For the Lord have given you particular men throughout the scriptures, all right, that He dealt with to teach the people. When you go into accounts with Moses, He set Moses up to teach the people. All right. He set wisdom Solomon up to teach the people. All right. He set King David up over the people. He always took a man, all right, and set him up over the people to lead the people. So it's nothing different today. But the systematic problem that our people have in their own mind is that, and you see this little meme on the screen, it says, not to unlearn what you have learned is the most necessary kind of learning. So prior to you even teaching the word of the Lord, you have to unlearn the things you have learned, man. Let's get this cognitive dissonance, all right? Because our people is in a dark state with this, man. This is the perfect word to represent the you know the wannabe teachers of the Lord, man. All right. First of all, you can't even make yourself a teacher of the Lord. The Lord gotta put His Spirit upon you, man. That's first and foremost. And you gotta understand what the Spirit of the Lord is. All right. So there's a lot that goes into that, man. So Jake, you gotta learn to keep yourself, man. Cognitive dissonance. It says cognitive dissonance can make people feel uneasy and uncomfortable, particularly if this disparity between their beliefs and behavior involves something that is central to their sense of self, man. For example, behaving in ways that are not aligned with your personal values may result in intense feelings or discomfort. So people with cognitive dissonance, they're in a state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, of attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions and attitude changes, man. You see? So people are completely just stuck in the, pretty just stuck in their mind. This is the way the Lord worked, man. All right. And guess what? The Lord got them circling their mind in that fashion, man. All right. That's why he got the men of the Lord out there to to reconstruct their mind. All right. But hey, Jake, in a world where, hey, it's all about what I think. Everybody can have their own perspective. That's cognitive dissonance. How can everybody have their own perspective? That means no one person will be on the same page. It'll be all disorder. The Lord do everything in order. All right? It gotta be one perspective that everybody adhere to. All right? It can't be many perspectives, man. All right? Even with Mark, all right, you take the Matthews, the Lukes, when they all speaking about, their time and their situation with the Son of Man or events. The thing is this, all their perspectives coincide with each other, which it all still talking about one frame of thing. That's when it was with the Lord, man. All right, some of them are more detailed, all right? Some of them saw and seen more things. So you can only speak what you have seen and heard of them, man. All right? So you could say, oh, they all got different stories relating to, no, they all have different scenarios in which, they all are dealing with the Son of Man. But one thing you ain't gonna be able to do is decipher the one from the other. One just give you more information. That's it. All that information coincides, meaning they're what? On the same page. All right? So because there's no contradiction in the scriptures. That means these men stories are lined up with each other, man. All right? Nothing new. But when you are setting your mind, all right, that your opinion matter, then voila, you're going to get nothing but confusion. All right? Because your opinion is the opinion that's coming up against the Lord on reality, man. All right? The true way. You coming with a new way versus the true way. All right? That's why he said they that are deceived, they're vain, that believe in their own Salakin. Excuse me. Kind of somewhat under the weather, man. It says this Sirach, vain in their own opinion, man. All right. Salakin. I think it's like 23 or something like that. All right. Many strive with their own self, man. All right. Yeah, your opinion is what make you vain, man. Many have erred astray for their own vain opinion. Salaki. All right. So a vain opinion is just pretty much cognitive dissonance, man. All right, because your opinion in your mind can't be swayed or changed, no matter if you hear the word of the Lord or not. You see? But let me get into some scriptures, and Lord willing to be edifying. And remember, all right, when you're an unordained teacher, all right, you're coming before the ordained teachers. So as you come before them and you see them, matter of fact, let me get it. All right. That's why you wrestle and you unlearned. And that's why you wrestle with the men that know the scriptures. You wrestling with them. Because why? You don't know, you are unlearned. So these things are hard to be understood because for one, you got a fried mentality, man. All right. This is Isaiah 30. Hey, because Jake don't even see that the teachers of the Lord is the teachers of the Lord. They don't see it that way. This is Isaiah 30 and 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed in a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And when your eyes see something, it got to be your spiritual eye, man. All right? You have to learn what you're visualizing, Jake. What you looking at. What you observing. All right? Because you got to remember, they that ordained and have sealed these men are the Lord, man. All right. The Lord have sealed these men to speak to be his spokesman. All right, his ambassadors. All right. So if your eyes see that teachers, you gotta know that you gotta be able to recognize who are the teachers of the Lord. And if you don't, you have to come up there and be more willing to hear than to get a sacrifice of fools. So it's orders with that. All right. It says, "And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee." So now your eyes and your ears, which bear witness that you have been before the men of the Lord. All right. Nobody have to come around, but the eyes and ears have heard a word, heard the words of the Lord, and your eyes have seen the men of the Lord. All right. A word behind thee saying, "This is the way, walk ye in it." When you turn to your right hand and when you turn to your left. All right. Meaning what? Learn the ways of how to walk in the Lord. All right. And get unlearned of the ways that divert you from salvation and truth. You see? So basically, in a nutshell, you won't learn or you won't teach, man. All right. A student can't teach the teachers. That's it. All right. The men of the Lord are set up for me in pretty much every major city. All right. But in the marketplace or wherever they, pretty much are at, the true men of the Lord teaching, they're all set up. All right. And that's who the Lord have chosen out of that city, or those people, man, to be the to pretty much be the shaker and mover for his work, man. All right. Meaning what? The man that get his hands dirty for the Lord. In other words, man. Because it come with being, though he's making himself clean. The Lord is purging him with his side as he enduring affliction, ridicule, all right, slander, getting his hand, hiss that, wag that, whatever, man. It's all to get the message of the Lord across, man. We could care less what comes with that. All right, long as we get the message across, the blood is all off our hand. That's why it says, "He that have clean hands shall wax stronger and stronger." You see? Because the men of the Lord are teaching a way that is clean and is contrary to the doings of wickedness. You see? So you have to be able to identify who the men of the Lord are. And then once you identify, hey, man, you got to humble yourself in humility and come and be a gracious hearer and a learner of the word. All right? And the men of the Lord, we willing to teach whoever is willing to learn. All right? We don't have picks and chooses. Now the Spirit may cast you out, but hey, that's your job to, whatever the Lord have set up for you. Sometimes the Spirit get on the brothers that, hey, look, we don't want to teach you, man. All right? Now, that's through the Spirit. All right? But hey, that's all how the Spirit moves, But this is Isaiah 8:16. We're just going to prove pretty much who are the teachers, man, and who should be students and learning, man. It's simple. All right? Reframe yourself. This Isaiah 8:16. Because Jay can't reframe himself, man. All right? It says, "Bind up the testimony and seal the law amongst my disciples." Who are the disciples? All right. Those are the men, the 12 disciples are the who the Lord chose to what? Follow him and be what? He chose Peter as the rock, as the head. All right. And the other disciples to also do what? Be a what? An example of him when he what? Off the scene. So right now the Lord is still, Yahweh Shah, our big brother, is off the scene. All right. But he have men here still pushing it in the continuation of the word. You see? So they are the teachers. You got to just get out your bag and your feelings, Jake, and get with it, man. Or get ran over. All right? That's why I say bind the testimony, man. All right? The prophetic injunction. The attestation. All right? Bind that. To repeat, do it again, to surround, go round, man. to bear witness, to warn, exhort, to protest, man, give warning. All right? Bind the warning up, the testimony, seal the law among my disciples. It says seal the law. All right? How something is sealed or fix it. All right? To lock it up. Meaning the law is locked up with his disciples, man. All right? Once again, who were the Lord's disciples? There was what? Particular people. All right? They are the taught or the learned people of the biblical books, man. All right? The books, the scrolls. They are the learned people. All right? They are the instructed people. All right? They're the ones that's exercised in. They're the ones to teach you, to help you learn, to train you, man. All right? They're the experts. They're the ones skilled in the scriptures. You got to you're a novice, you don't know anything. You got to just fall back, Jake, and just get and learn the word, man. You see? Man, I guarantee you somebody approach the camp, bro, and just going to be all out of whack, bro. Everywhere. Just all over the place, man. All right? Tomorrow, Lord willing, Abaratazah, when we bringing it out. You see? This is Nehemiah 1. I'm going to start from the top, man. Salakin. Nehemiah 8:1. It says, and all the people gathered themselves together as one man into the street that was before the water gate. And they spake unto Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the law of Moses, which Yahweh by Shemawashai had commanded to Israel. It says, and all the people gathered themselves together into one man. All right. But with this one man was also a group of men. But that one man was the elder. All right. Out of them all. All right. The Lord said, all right. Let's get this right here, man. And the gate is what? That's the entrance, the city of the town. All right. It says, in Ezra, the priest brought the law before the congregation, both of men and women. All right. And all that could hear with understanding upon the first day of the 7th month. And he read therein before the street that was before the water gate from the morning until midday, before the men and women and those that could understand. And the ears of all the people were attentive unto the book of the law. Who was reading the book of the law? It was Ezra. Who has set Ezra up to be a prophet unto him? The Lord. And Ezra, the scribe, stood up on a pulpit of wood, which they had made for the purpose. And beside him, all right, now check this out. So this made a discrepancy of who was beside him. Mattathiah and Shema and Ananiah and Urijah and Hilkiah and Messiah. On his right hand and on his left hand, Pedaiah and Mael and Melchiah and Hashem and Hashbadana and Zechariah and Meshullam. And Ezra opened the book in the sight of all the people, for he was above all the people. And when he opened it, all the people stood up. And Ezra blessed Yahweh, the great God, our power. And all the people answered, amen, with lifting up their hands, and they bowed their heads and worshiped Yahweh with their faces to the ground. And Joshua and Banah and Shariba, Jamin, Akub, Shabbathir, Hodijah, Messiah, Kelita, Azariah, Jazabad, Hanan, Peliah, and the Levites caused the people to understand the law, and the people stood in their place. So they read in the book of the law of Yahweh distinctively and gave the sense and caused them to understand and read. All right, so these men was the teachers of the people of the book of the law, and they caused the people to understand. The unlearned. All right, the people that don't know. This Sirach 9:18. Once again, this admonition, this is admonishment to men who, even men on a comic board, that come up to the, thinking they on some kind of level. All right. Hey, you got to humble down. Just because these men don't look like they'll run circles around you, all right, that may not be the case. But really be the spirit of the Lord running circles around you. All right. It just be the men delivering it. This is Sirach 9 and 18. It says a man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. Because when most men come up to the men of the Lord, they come with that ill tongue. Like, they rash and they talk, man. Like they talking like they know what the business is. Like, we gonna get the business clear. I'm about to tell y'all what y'all should be doing and how y'all should be doing it. Though yet Jake don't want to go set up on another corner and handle his business. All right? Jake won't tell you how to do it, right? And then get on back on whatever he was doing, man. All manners of wickedness, man. It don't work like that. All right? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5. We got to go to this one. All right? Start from the top. It says, keep thy foot when thou goest into the house of the Lord, and be more ready to hear than to give a sacrifice of food, for they consider not that they do evil. So the unlearned consider not that he wrestled with judgment and discernment and everything. All right? Because it's not spiritually discerned. The carnal man can't understand things that are spiritual. So you have to come from your carnality to be spiritual, to understand the things that's spiritual. And what has to happen? You have to, in order for a young man to cleanse his way, it got to be by the washing of the word. He got to get renewed in the word, meaning he got to learn the word. And who you learn the word from? Who have the word of the Lord? His prophets, his disciples, his men. It says, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before Yahweh. For Yahweh is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. So you can't be rash, man. All right? You can't be hasty or anxious, All right? To utter anything before the house of the Lord, man. All right? You can't be that way. You see? This is Acts 19:36. You got to remember who have the word of the Lord, man, with them, man. The word of the Lord rests upon those who the Lord have ordained to do so. All right? This is dealing with the situation when the Jews was in betwixt of the great Diana of Ephesians, man. All right, and I believe this is the man Alexander. I think he was a defender of the people. If not, you could go read it, the account, on your time. But for the sake of time, I'm gonna just get to the main point. All right. It says, this Acts 19. I'm gonna start at about. I'm just really kind of want to get everything, man. For the sake of time, I'm gonna just, the people basically were saying, great is Diana of Ephesians. They was pretty much woman worshiping, all right? And then Paul, would have went into the people, all right? But, his friends was like, hey, we don't adventure himself to pretty much go out there, right? Because, the people cried. They was, they was confused, all right? But, Alexander, being a Jew, I'm just giving you just outskirts of it, to get to the point, all right? He beckoned with the hand or whatever, made defense of the people. This Acts 19:34. But when they knew that he was a Jew, and with one voice about the space of 2 hours cried out, great is Diana of Ephesians. So our people want to, be unlearned and remain unlearned, all right? It says, and when the town clerk had appeased the people, he said, ye men of Ephesus, what man is there that knoweth not how that the city of Ephesians is a worshiper of the great goddess Diana, and of the image which fell down from Jupiter. It was a question mark. Check this out. Seeing then that these things cannot be spoken against, ye ought to be quiet and do nothing rashly. So if a man was telling the people believed in, women worshiping and idol worshiping, all right, that they ought to be quiet and do nothing rashly, all right, nothing that's, they rush themselves to hurt themselves in no kind of way. For ye have brought hither these men which are neither robbers of the church, nor yet blasphemers of your goddess. Well, if Demetrius the craftsman, which are with him, have a matter against any man, the law is open, and there are deputies. Let them and plead one to another. So who are the deputies of the law? All right. I read in Isaiah 8 and 16, bind the law amongst bind the testimony, all right, seal the law amongst my disciples. So they are the law handlers, man. They're the ones that solidify, and they're the ones with the solutions concerning the things in the scriptures. And the solutions in the world is all predicated and based on everything that's in the scriptures. You see? So they pretty much have the answers according to every situation. The prophets and the disciples of the Lord. All right? The law is open in a agora, in a marketplace, for us to, let them and plead one to another, meaning we go to the matter against any man concerning anything. All right? Because our job, hey, we don't want to battle you. All right? We would prefer to teach than to battle. But at the end of the day, we're defenders of the gospel, man. All right? It says, but if ye inquire anything concerning other matters, it shall be determined in a lawful assembly, man. So if you want to know about the law, you got to come to where the lawful assembly is at and learn what is the law concerning what you don't know. Where you unlearned and wrestle at, man. You have to come learn it. All right? Which it takes humility. The Father got to put humility in your spirit. All right? To receive the prophets and the men of the Lord. That's first and foremost. Because the Lord don't want everybody. All right? But this is, you got to know where the word reside at with the men of the Lord. This Exodus. Start at 4. I'm going to start at 12. I'm going to start at 11. It says, and the Lord said unto him, this is what Moses was saying, he's slow of speech. Who had made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or the deaf or the sin or the blind? Have not I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua? Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth and teach thee what thou shalt say. So the Lord is with the prophet's mouth, and he is teaching them what they should say. Man, it's times the spirit done been on brothers, and I guarantee that brother ain't remember what he said. He been prophesying for 3 hours, but probably couldn't remember one word because the spirit of the Lord working in such a manner. All right? Now, he can be reminded and maybe come back to mind, but for him to jog his memory in that word, the spirit was so inflamed on him, he had to go back and watch himself like, wow, I said that? That came out? Wow. It says, and he said, O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wast sent. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Moses, and he said, is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well, and also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. And thou shalt speak unto him and put words in his mouth, and I will be with thy mouth and with his mouth. You see? And will teach you what ye shall do. So the Lord, like, not only if I'm with you, but I'm with the other men that's with you too. I'm with their mouths. I'm controlling them. And he shall be thy spokesperson unto the people. You see? So the man that got the word of the Lord, who the Lord is dealing with, he shall be the spokesperson. All right? All right, this is spokesperson.
Strong's H 1696. Davar.
Dabar. It says to speak to declare, to converse, to command, to promise, to warn, to threaten, and to sing. To sing to these heavenly melodies, man. All right, it's not talking about the, break hit a high note, all right, or get the singing out there, okay? Because you don't see the prophets or the men of the Lord singing the scriptures. To sing means to give the word out in a melody or in the harmonize with the word, man. All right, to speak with one another, to talk. All right, to pronounce, to command, to speak, to talk. All right, to rehearse, to tell, to teach. Okay, so it's you got teachers, man. All right, this is Exodus 24:7. It says, and he took the book of the covenant, that he is Moses, and read in the ordinance of the people, and they said, all that Yahweh had said will we do, and be obedient. Because the people knew that Moses wasn't reading of himself, that he was reading of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So you have to understand that the prophets are doing the same thing. They're not reading or speaking of themselves. Many people get up there and say, y'all saying, or you saying, or y'all. No, the Lord is saying. All right? He read it in the audience of the people. All right? This that word audience.
Strong's H241. Ozan.
All right?
Ozan.
Ear. As part of the body, the ear as the organ of hearing. To uncover the ear, to reveal, to the receiver of divine revelation, man. Subjective. All right? He's advertising it. All right? Come on, man. To hear, to listen, to hearken. To hear or listen to the prayers of the Lord. So to hear the book of the law. To broaden out the ear with the hand, to listen, perceived by the ear. All right? So you have to learn. You got to unlearn to learn, Jake. All right? That's just that's the memo here. If you can get it. All right? That's the most necessary kind of learning. Because what you think you know, all right, when you come up to the men of the Lord, you don't know anything, brother. I'm telling you don't know nothing. All right? Just because you know the two little scriptures, John 3:16, all right? And the Lord love no, man. I'm telling you, don't know anything, man. All right? We was once just like you. This Proverbs 5:12. It says, and say, how have I hidden instructions in my heart, despise reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. Because the teachers is coming in the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All right? It says, I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly, man. All right? You have to incline your ear into them that instruct you, man, and to your teachers. All right? It's easy, man. All right? The directors, the ones that direct you, man, in spirit and truth. All right? This Proverbs 12:8, and it says, a man shall be commended according to his wisdom, but he that is of a perverse heart shall be despised. Because to be perverse up against a word that's profitable for you, then you are unprofitable. You see, you're despised. You despise your own mind and your heart. All right, because what's good for it, you neglecting it. All right. And especially if you neglect the men of the Lord who have the wisdom of the Lord. You see? This the point, though. He that is despised and had a servant is better than he that honoreth himself and lacketh bread. Because a lot of men, they feed their own belly. They're coming up there for their own belly. And they honor themselves. And they lack bread. And the bread is this word of truth. It's what he's supposed to eat. What he's supposed to live off, man. All right? So he that is despised and had a servant. Matter of fact, look at some Bible comparisons for this. It's better to be lowly and have a servant than to play the great man and lack bread. So you come out there playing the great man like you such this great, spiritual advisor and director in life, all right? And you lacking bread, meaning you lacking the spirit, man. You see? So, hey, man, be willing and ready to hear, all right? And learn that you may, prophesy, come out there and covet the prophesy, man. Rather than come out there and be a prophet, all right? A vain prophet in your own mind. But with that, man, until next time, I'm going to say shalom.